watch your keys fall on the countertop. In the half-light everything just seemed to stop. The way you turned, the way your shadow hit the hall. I saw the cracks before I even felt the fall. I'm reaching out, but my fingers move like lead, while the goodbye hangs like a halo around your head. It's not a crash, it's not a sudden sound. It's just a long way down until I hit the ground. Every jagged piece of us is spinning through the air. I'm losing you in frames, and it's more than I can bear. I see the finish line, but the finish line is frozen, and I'm watching every door between us closing. It's a long, dark fall from the ocean to the ocean. I'm being broken in slow motion. There goes the Sunday mornings drifting out of reach. There goes the summer we were ghost upon the beach. I see the ring slip an inch away from your skin. I see the emptiness where the light starts pouring in. I'm shouting stop, but the sound is trapped in ice, while I pay for every memory at half the price. If the heart is gonna shatter, let it happen fast. Don't make me watch the ghosts of everything we had. I'm counting every heartbeat as it starts to slow, calculating every inch of where you're gonna go. The glass is suspended just before it hits the floor, and I'm still hoping you'll be walking through the door. It's not a crash, it's not a sudden sound. It's just a long way down until I hit the ground. Every jagged piece of us is spinning through the air. I'm losing you in frames, and it's more than I can bear. I see the finish line, but the finish line is frozen, and I'm watching every door between us closing. It's a long, dark fall from the ocean to the ocean. I'm being broken in slow motion. Frame by frame, I'm losing you again. Just a second more of us before the dust. Slow motion, yeah, I'm breaking in slow The door didn't slam, it just clicked in the frame. The quietest way to go back to a name. I stood in the hallway, I watched your red lights dissolve in the mist of the 2026 nights. I held my breath till the engine was gone, trying to act like I'd make it to dawn. I kept it together, I stayed in control, while the iron was freezing the rest of my soul. I walked to the kitchen and rinsed out your glass, waiting for the initial tremors to pass. I folded the blanket you left on the chair and tried not to notice the scent in the air. But the stillness was sharp and the shadows were wide, with nowhere for a hollowed out lover to hide. The first one was silent, a drop on the floor. Then the ceiling came down and I couldn't no more. I cried after you like a sky full of lead, washing the words that we should have just said. I broke on the carpet, I broke on the stairs. I offered the darkness a thousand despairs. The strength that I promised was only a lie. Once I was under an empty blue sky. The world was still turning, but I was brand new in the ocean of salt that I cried after you. It wasn't a sob, it was more of a scream. The sound of a person waking up from a dream. I wasn't just losing your hand or your heart, I was watching my gravity falling apart. I let it all out till there was nothing but bone. The loudest I've been since I've been all alone. I cried after you like a sky full of lead, washing the words that we should have just said. I broke on the carpet, I broke on the stairs. I offered the darkness a thousand despairs. The strength that I promised was only a lie. Once I was under an empty blue sky. The world was still turning, but I was brand new in the ocean of salt that I cried after you. After you. The flood finally came after you. I was shouting your name. The house is still wet. The morning is cold, and I'm just the wreckage of a story told. It wasn't a cliff or a sudden mountain slide, or a bridge that went down while we were on the other side. 2026 calendar just turned a quiet page, while we were still acting on old and empty stage. I didn't see the exit, I didn't feel the shift, until the space between us was a mile-wide rift. The coffee stayed warm and the light stayed bright, but you were slipping in a shadow in the middle of the night. I noticed the change in the way you said my name, like a spark that was losing its hunger for the flame. Your I love yous got shorter and your eyes got thin, watching the winter slowly settle on your skin. It was a leak in the ceiling, a crack in the wall, a million little moments where we didn't feel the fall. I thought we were solid, I thought we were stone, but I was building up a fortress while I lived here all alone. I didn't lose you in a heartbeat, I didn't lose you in a scream. I lost you in the inches of a dying, fading dream. It was a slow motion sunset, a gradual retreat, the coldest kind of rhythm of a heart that's found defeat. No thunder in the distance, no warning in the sky, just the long and quiet logic of a permanent goodbye. The world kept on moving, but the center didn't hold, and I lost you slowly, and the love left me cold. By the time the door shut, you've been gone for a year. I was just the last person to realize the fear. I was holding a ghost, I was chasing the mist, in a 2026 world that no longer exists. How do you mourn a fire that went out bit by bit? How do you find the place where the match was never lit? I didn't lose you in a heartbeat, I didn't lose you in a scream. I lost you in the inches of a dying, fading dream. It was a slow motion sunset, a gradual retreat, the coldest kind of rhythm of a heart that's found defeat. No thunder in the distance, no warning in the sky, just the long and quiet logic of a permanent goodbye. The world kept on moving, but the center didn't hold, and I lost you slowly, and the love left me cold. Slowly, like the tide going out. Slowly, until there was no doubt. You were gone, and I'm still here, watching the last of the light disappear. I lost you slowly. The 2026 calendar is turning its final leaf, but I'm still the only keeper of this private, quiet grief. I never needed a witness, never needed a crowd to prove that my devotion was beautiful and loud. I held your hand in the shadows when the world was looking round. I picked up every piece of you that fell upon the ground. But while I was building a temple, you were building a wall, and I was the only one standing when we started to fall. I knew the way you took your teeth, the way you'd hide your eyes. I knew the truth behind the fine and all the hollow lies. I spent 1,000 midnights just learning how you breathe, while you were already planning the best way for you to leave. It's a different kind of heavy, it's a different kind of cold, to be the only one left with a story to be told. I gave you all the oxygen, I gave you all the light, and now I'm the only one shivering inside the night. It wasn't a partnership, it wasn't a two-way street. It was just me chasing the rhythm of your retreating feet. I was the anchor, I was the sail, I was the deep blue sea, while you were just a traveler passing through me. A masterpiece of almost, a monument of once, counting out the heartbeats of the 32nd month. The loneliest secret that a heart has ever known is the realization that I loved you alone. Did you even feel the heat? Did you even feel the flame? Or was I just a placeholder, a temporary name? I poured my spirit into a cup and had a crack, giving everything I had and never asking for it back. And now the silence is a witness, and the void is the proof that I was the only one living under our roof. It wasn't a partnership, it wasn't a two-way just me. Watching the stars go cold. Just me. With a hand I couldn't hold. You weren't there. You never were. I loved you alone. You've already found a new rhythm in a different city's light, while I'm still tracing the outlines of our shadows in the night. You checked out of the story. You closed the final page. Left me standing like a ghost upon an empty, broken stage. They say time is a measure, but the math is feeling wrong, because you've already forgotten what I've carried for so long. You're a year into the after. You're a mile past the we, but I'm still drowning in the ripples of the love you used to be. I saw you in a picture, and your eyes were bright and clear, like you never spent a second shedding even one small tear. How did you make it look so easy? How'd you cut the silver cord, while I'm still fighting every battle of a long forgotten war? I'm still guarding every memory, like a soldier in the rain, while you've already built a garden on the surface of silver pane. It's a race I never entered, but I'm losing just the same. Watching you erase the fire, while I'm still tending to the flame. You gave up at the summit. You let go of the rope, while I was still investing in a desperate kind of hope. You're 1,000 sunsets ahead of me, basking in the new there a badge for the grief? Or am I just a fool who's looking for a permanent relief? I'm still loyal to a ghost. I'm still faithful to a lie, while you're out there living under someone else's sky. You didn't just leave the room, you left the entire world we made, while I'm still sitting in ruins, waiting in the shade. You gave up at the summit, you let go of a road, while I was still investing in a desperate kind of hope. You're 1,000 sunsets ahead of me, basking in the nude, while I'm still stuck in 2024, waiting there for you. It's the cruelest kind of distance, it's the hardest truth to bear, that I'm still breathing in the ghost of you in a real longer there. You moved on in a heartbeat, but I'm still holding on to hunger. God, it hurts to realize that I loved you longer. Seconds, minutes, years, I'm still counting the tears. You're already gone, I'm still waiting for dawn. Yeah, I loved you longer, and I'm still not stronger. Still here, still loving you. I never was the type for the neon signs or shouts. I didn't need the world to know what us was all about. I didn't post the pictures or the captions for the crowd. I thought a love like ours didn't need to be that loud. It was in the way I'd move the blanket while you slept, or the way I kept the secrets that were only yours to be kept. A steady humming engine in the 2020 seats cold, a story written in the margins, never meant to be told. It was in the extra sugar in your coffee every day. It was in the 1,000 little things I didn't have to say. I was the shadow at your shoulder, the anchor in the gale, the quiet kind of power that would never let you fail. I thought that if I held it close, it couldn't drift away, that the silence was a fortress where the feeling got to stay. But I guess I was too quiet, and I guess I was too still, because you walked right past the garden so hard to fill. I loved you quietly like a snowfall in the night, without the flash of lightning or the burning of the light. I was a whisper in the hallway, a hand beneath your own, building up a kingdom that I lived in all alone. Now the silence is a weapon and the quiet is a blade, cutting through the architecture of the promises we made. You never heard the breaking and you never saw the plea, because I loved you quietly. Maybe if I screamed it from the rooftops of this town, you wouldn't have been able to just let the curtain down. Maybe if I'd made a scene or caused a jagged spark, you'd still be standing with me here inside the velvet dark. But I gave you all my peace, and I gave you all my rest, and I tucked the loudest always deep inside a hollow chest. I loved you quietly like a snowfall in the night, without the flash of lightning or the burning of the light. I was a whisper in the hallway, a hand beneath your own, building up a kingdom that I lived in all alone. Now the silence is a weapon and the quiet is a blade, cutting through the architecture of the promises we made. You never heard the breaking and you never saw the plea, because I loved you quietly. So quiet, the way I watched you leave. So quiet, the way I start to grieve. No one heard the heart stop, no one heard the sound, just a quiet kind of love, sinking in the ground, quietly, just quietly. I went to that bookstore on the corner of the park, the one where we'd hide from the 2020 shed's dark. I found the same table and I ordered 2 teas, before I remembered the you and the me is a chapter that's closed, a story that's done, a shadow that's lost its place in the sun. It's not that I'm broken or can't make it through, it's just that the world feels too quiet without you. I don't miss the fights or the things we would say when the sky was too heavy and the clouds were too gray. I don't miss the tension or the cold in the air just miss us. We were a team, we were a force before we got lost on a different course. Now I'm a pilot with no one to guide, and you're just a ghost on the other side. I just miss us. The way we were before the end. Us before the lover became a friend. I'm moving on, I'm letting it go, but I miss us. Yeah, I miss us. Just us. Party ended hours ago, the candles burned to wax. I'm picking up the pieces in the spaces and the cracks. The wine is sour on the table, the flowers turn to gray, and I'm the only guest who didn't know to walk away. I watched the way you looked at me, then looked across the room. I saw the light go out before I felt the coming gloom. But I kept pouring water on a garden made of stone, terrified of what I'd be if I were left alone. I saw the warning signs in red a mile back the road, but I just tightened up my grip and carried on the load. I memorized the exits, then I locked the doors instead, believing every hollow word your tired spirit said. It's a special kind of penance, staying where you aren't desired, building up a forest just to watch the wood get fired. I grew familiar with the cold I call the winter warm, just to say I had a shelter in the middle of the storm. I missed the final curtain that's already left. There's no silver lining in a soul that's been bereft. I should have left at midnight. I should have left at 10 before I let you break me down again and then again. I overstayed my welcome in the story of your life. Now I'm cutting through the silence with a dull and rusted knife. I miss the final curtain. I miss the closing bell. I turned a temporary maybe into a living hell. I held on to the ghost of us until my hands were numb, waiting for a miracle I knew would never come. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of a right that turned to wrong. God, it's hard to admit that I stayed too long. Too long. The sun is coming up on an empty floor. Too long. I'm finally finding my way to the door. I'm sorry to myself. I'm sorry for the time. Yeah, I stayed too long. But the exit is mine. The clouds are hanging heavy like a curtain on the street, while the rhythm on the rooftop provides the only beat. I'm standing on the pavement with my head tilted back, letting every drop fill in the spaces that I lack. The neighbors pull their shutters, they think I've lost my mind, but they don't know the conversation that I've come to find. The world is far too busy with its sunlight and its noise, so I'm seeking out the static for the ghost of your voice. I tell the storm about the way you used to brush your hair, and how the kitchen feels so hollow with your empty chair. I whisper to the puddles about the dreams we had to break, and every little promise that was more than we could take. The water doesn't judge me, and the thunder doesn't lie. It's the only friend I have that isn't afraid to cry. The mist is like a secret, a veil against the day, where I can say the things that you never let me say. And I talk to the rain, 'cause it's the only one who stays. It's the only thing that echoes back the blue and lonely days. It washes out the sorry and it blurs the not enough, smoothing out the edges of a life that's been so rough. Sometimes it's a roar, like you're finally shouting from the other side of the door. I'm soaking through my jacket, I'm shivering in the cold, but it's the only hand I found that's still willing to hold. Let it flood the gutters, let it wash away the track. I'm speaking to the only thing that won't try to talk back. And I talk to the rain, 'cause it's the only one who stays. It's the only thing that echoes back the blue and lonely days. It washes out the sorry and it blurs the not enough, smoothing out the edges of a life that's been so rough. I'm pouring out my spirit to the gray and heavy sky, waiting for a cold and silver reason for goodbye. The world thinks it's a downpour, but it's a language that I've gained while I talk to the rain. Drip, drip. I'm telling it about you. Splash, splash. I'm learning to be without you. The sky is almost empty, the clouds are moving on, but I'll be here tomorrow when the sunlight is gone. Yeah, I talk to the rain, just the rain. The 2026 skyline has shifted and grown, but I'm still the shadow that you've always known. New buildings are rising, the streets have all changed, but my heart is a room that is still prearranged. I see people rushing to catch the next train while I'm still standing in the 2024 rain. The world is a river that's moving so fast, but I'm just an anchor that's stuck in the past. You've changed your number, you've moved out of state, you've probably found someone who doesn't show up late. You're breathing in air that is fresh and is new, while I'm breathing the ghost of the memory of you. I check the old haunts just to see if they've died, but the only thing gone is the girl by my side. The clock on the wall says it's time to move on, but I'm still waiting for a long extinguished dawn. Is there a prize for the one who stays last? A badge for the victim of a beautiful past? I'm a landmark of sorrow, a monument of wake, leaning my weight on a locked up gate. If I walk away, then the ice finally dies, and I can't bear the silence of those empty skies. You're out there living, you're out there free, while I'm a prisoner of what used to be. And the chapters are finished, the story is told, but I'm still shivering in the love left me cold. They say I should leave, that the fire has died, but I'm still waiting on the other side, through the wreckage and the fear. God, I'm still here, still here in the same old town, still here as the sun goes down. I'm the last one in the line, I'm the last one in the night. Yeah, you're gone, but I'm still here. I'm still here. The driveway's empty, but I'm still checking the glass, watching for a shadow that I know will never pass. You said the words so lightly, like a leaf upon the wind, but it's a heavy iron curtain where the us and always end. I'm standing at the station, but the tracks have all been pulled. The map we drew together is a promise unfulfilled. I took a step toward tomorrow, but the compass spun around, and now I'm wandering a city where the exits can't be found. To buy the groceries, and I ended up at your door. Before I remembered, you don't live there anymore. It's a glitch in my direction, it's a failure in the soul, to find a way to function when I'm less than half of whole. Your goodbye was a border that I wasn't meant to cross, a landscape made of salt and the architecture of loss. I'm a traveler with no luggage, I'm a sailor with no sea, just a ghost of who I was when you were still in love with me. Caught that time is a teacher, but it's a lesson I can't learn. I'm still waiting at the bridge that I watched you slowly burn. How do I find a somewhere when my everywhere was you? How do I start a story when the pages are all through? I'm spinning in the echoes, I'm circling the space where I used to find my home in the light of your face. I'm lost in goodbye, I'm stranded in the dawn, caught between the midnight and a never-ending dawn. Every road I take leads back to the moment that you left, in a world that's been abandoned and a heart that's been bereft. I'm looking for a landmark, I'm searching for a sign, but the only thing I recognize is a love no longer mine. The map has been erased and the stars have left the sky, and I'm just lost in goodbye. Turn left at the memory, straight on through the pain, but I'm still right here in the middle of the rain. No way out, no way through, just lost in the goodbye of you. Still lost, still lost. The 2026 winter is etching frost upon the glass. I'm watching all the seasons that we promised we would pass. I've still got the blueprints for the life we meant to build. A dozen empty rooms that we never got to fill. You said that we were solid, that we were made of stone and fire, but the flame was just a flicker on a thin and rusted wire. I didn't see the exit, I didn't feel the change in tide, until I was the only one still standing on the inside. It wasn't like a storm that rips the shingles from the roof. It was a quiet absence, a slow release of proof. One day you were the rhythm in the center of the hall. The next you were a shadow leaning up against the wall. I checked the locks at midnight, I checked the garden gate, trying to find the moment that we handed into fate. But you had already drifted like a boat without a shore, and I couldn't find the us inside our story anymore. We had the map to forever, the keys to the sun, but the counting of the minutes has already been done. I gave you every always, I gave you every day, but the truth is cold and simple. Love didn't stay. It wasn't strong enough to weather, wasn't brave enough to fight. It just folded up its colors in the middle of the night. I'm standing in the wreckage of a life turned into gray, because love didn't stay. They say that if it's real, it'll find a way to hold, but all I'm holding now is the 22-6 cold. Maybe it was fragile, maybe it was made of glass, just waiting for the first of the heavy clouds to pass. I'm not looking for a reason, I'm not looking for a why. I'm just watching the last of the forever finally die. We had the map to forever, we had the keys to the sun, but the counting of the minutes has already been done. I gave you every always, I gave you every day, but the truth is cold and simple. Love didn't stay. It wasn't strong enough to weather, wasn't brave enough to fight. It just folded up its colors in the middle of the night. I'm standing in the wreckage of a life turned into gray, because what didn't stay, it didn't stay. Like the leaves on the trees, it didn't stay. Like the summer in the breeze, I'm the only one left, I'm the only one here. Love didn't stay, and neither did you, my dear. It didn't stay. I'm standing in the hallway, the house we used to own, calling out a name into a dial tone. I've asked the walls for mercy, and I've asked the floor for why, but the only thing that happens is the fading of the sky. I left 1,000 messages upon your wooden door. I've shouted at the ceiling till my throat was raw and sore. I'm looking for a reason in the static and the dust, trying to find the always in the wreckage of the must. The stars are cold and distant, they don't care about the pain. They don't have a witness for the tears inside the rain. I've prayed to every hollow god and every silence saved to give me back the colors before the pictures start to fade. But the air is just an empty space that doesn't have a heart. It doesn't try to stop the world from falling all apart. I'm reaching for a phantom hand, I'm listening for a sign, but the silence is the only thing that's ever truly mine. I'm screaming at the mountain, I'm crying to the sea, but the universe is quiet as it turns away from me. There's no I'm sorry coming, and there's no comeback home, just the echo of a heartbeat underneath the hollow dome. I can beg and I can wander, I can bleed upon the floor, but the ghost is never gonna walk back through that heavy door. I'm asking for a miracle, but the truth is cold and bone. Love doesn't answer when it leaves you on your own. Is it because you're happy, or is it because you're gone? Is it because you're already in the arms of a brand new dawn? Whatever the reason, the result is just the same. The wind is the only thing that's whispering my name. A one-way conversation with a shadow on the wall. The hardest part of loving is the silence after the fall. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Just hello. Love doesn't answer. It just lets the dark in. Silence, no answer. The 2020 sucks when it didn't come with a roar. It just seeped like a draft underneath the kitchen door. There were no shouting matches, no glass on the floor, just the sound of the silence, wanting a little bit more. We sat on the sofa, just inches apart, with a kingdom of distance in noticed the change in the way you would breathe, like you'd already packed and were ready to leave. The I love yous got shorter, the good nights got thin, a slow motion surrender underneath the skin. It was like a photograph left in the glare of the sun, losing its edges until it was finally done. Sudden departure, no bridge in a flame, just a steady dissolving of a beautiful thing. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a crash, it didn't leave embers or a pile of ash. It was a quiet retreat, a slow motion plea, a gradual turning of you and of me, like a light on the mountain as the day starts to die, or the way that the summer slips out of the sky. No thunder, no lightning, no hard heavy cost, just a ghost of a feeling that quietly lurched. Love faded softly like a morning mist into a life that no longer exists. I reached for your hand and I found it was cold, like a story that's simply been far too often told. We didn't break down, we just ran out of road and set down the weight of a heavy old load. It's the kindest of heartbreaks, the softest of ends, watching two lovers turn into two strangers who are friends. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a crash, it didn't leave embers or a pile of ash. It was a quiet retreat, a slow motion plea, a gradual turning of you and of me, like a light on the mountain as the day starts to die, or the way that the summer slips out of the sky. No thunder, no lightning, no hard heavy cost, just a ghost of a feeling that quietly lost. Love faded softly like a morning mist into a life that no longer exists. Softly, like a candle in a breeze. Softly, like the falling of leaves. It's gone now, but there was no sound, just love fading softly into the ground. Just softly. The coffee sitting where you left it on the stand, a map of everywhere we never got to land. I'm still sleeping on the edge of this king-size bed, replaying every single word we never said. The silence here is louder than the city rain, a steady rhythm just to let me cold. I see your ghost in every passing headlight glow. 100 reasons why I should have let you go, but I keep reaching for your hand in empty air, just to realize that you were never really there. The winter moved inside this house and made a home. It's funny how you're still the only place I've known. They say that time is supposed to heal the frost, but I'm just counting up the years that we have lost. How do I breathe when the air is thin as ice? How do I pay for a love that has no price? You're out there glowing while I'm turning blue, still dying from the memory of you. And oh, I thought we were the fire in the dark, but now I'm just a shadow of a broken spark. You took the summer with you when you closed the door, and I don't recognize this person anymore. I'm shivering beneath the stars we used to hold. God, it's freezing since love left me cold. Left me cold. Just a winter where the garden used to grow. Yeah, you left me cold. Turn out the lights, I'm used to the dark by now. Didn't feel the snap or hear the sudden break. There wasn't a moment I could point to as the mistake. I was holding on tight, or at least I thought I was, but time is a thief and it does what it does, like sand in an hourglass, like water in a glove. I was losing the grip on the ghost of our love. The fingers stayed curled, but the center went thin, and the outside world started pouring back in. We were sitting at dinner in the 2020 sex cold, talking about stories that had already been told. I reached for your hand across the white lace, but I couldn't quite find the warmth in your face. It was a slow motion leak, a quiet retreat, a gradual cooling of the blood and the heat. You were still in the room, but you weren't really there, just a hollowed out version of a long ago prayer. It didn't go out with a bang or a flame. It didn't go down with a curse on your name. It just eased through the cracks and it bled through the floor until I wasn't even sure what I Can't even feel you in the house anymore. Just a smooth, quiet ending, a silent goodbye. Love slipped away, and I didn't even cry. It's just gone. Just slipped away. The 2026 quiet is a different kind of sound. Since the day that all the always turned to dust upon the ground, we used to fill the minutes with the future and the light. Now the silence is a blanket in the middle of the night. It isn't that we didn't speak, we had a lot to say, but the words all lost their color, turned to shades of lonely gray. The passion didn't burn out, it didn't crash or break. It just quietly decided how much a soul could take. The kitchen is a library where the books are never read, a monument of absence, a graveyard for the unsaid. We sit across the table, just inches and a mile, hiding all the sorrow with a hollow, empty smile. The arguments were easier, the fights had a certain heat. Now it's just the quiet pulsing of defeat, defeat, defeat. The love was once a riot, a beautiful loud thing. Now it's just the echo that the 2026 winter brings. Upon the floor, just the quiet, crushing realization of the closed up door. The volume of the memory is the loudest thing in town. As the final heavy curtain starts to slowly settle down, we lost the conversation, we lost the light, the guide, and love turned silent, and then it finally died. They say that quiet is a mercy, a temporary relief, but it's a physical weight. It's a beautiful thief. It steals the what if, it steals the might, it steals the final flicker of the dying, fading light. I'd give it all to hear you shout my name just one more time before the silence turns everything to a permanent crime. Love turns silent like a snowfall in the dark, killing every trace of a shouting in the hallway. No glass upon the floor, just the quiet, crushing realization of the closed up door. The volume of the memory is the loudest thing in town. As the final heavy curtain starts to slowly settle down, we lost the conversation, we lost the light, the guide, and love turned silent, and then it finally died. Shh. Did you hear that? No. Just the silence. Love turned silent. I'm looking at the ring of dust upon the wooden shelf, a tiny empty circle I'm explaining to myself. There's a footprint in the garden where the winter grass is high, a signature of someone who didn't say goodbye. The 2026 calendar is moving far too fast, trying to erase the only thing I wanted to make last. I touched the door frame where we measured out our height, and I can almost see the shadow of you standing in the light. There's a stack of old receipts for movies we didn't see, and a coffee mug with always that you bought for me. The air still holds a static, a heavy electric hum, a vibration from a rhythm that has finally gone numb. I find your stray hairs on the collar of my coat, and a half-finished letter that you never got to wrote. It's a house full of evidence, a crime scene of the heart, showing exactly where the us began to fall apart. It isn't just a memory, and it isn't just a dream. I can see the silver stitches where we ripped at every seam. The ghosts are in the kitchen, and the ghosts are on the stairs. I can feel the cold impression of a love that isn't there. The world can try to tell me that I'm standing on my own, but the bricks and the mortar have a memory of their own. I'm surrounded by the echoes, I'm blinded by the clear. God, it's beautiful and terrible that love was here. It's written in the scuff marks on the hardwood floor. It's hidden in the silence behind every single door. It's the vacancy that's screaming. It's the vacuum in the hall. The most haunting kind of presence is the nothingness the ghost of your laughter, the ghost of your prayer. It's everywhere. Yeah, love was here. We went from a wildfire to a frozen lake, from I'll never leave to how much can I take. One day we were tracing the lines on our palms in a world full of chaos. We were each other's calls. Then the calendar turned and the colors went gray, and I watched the forever just flicker away. There was no big explosion, no glass on the floor, just the sound of a latch as you walked out the door. It's the speed of the fall that's been making me sick, like a candle that ran out of oxygen and wick. Last week I was king, now I'm just in the way, with a lifetime of words that I'll never get to say. It was everything, everything, then it was gone. From the heat of the noon to a shivering dawn. No warning, no logic, no middle ground breath, just a beautiful life followed by a sudden death. We were writing a book that we didn't get to finish, watching the light in the hallway diminish. It was a riot of color, then a ghost in the sun, love then nothing, and then we were done. How can the air feel so heavy and thin? How do I live in this hollowed out skin? You were the pulse in the base of my throat. Now I'm just a survivor on a sinking boat. The silence is violent, the vacuum is wide, with nowhere for a broken down lover to hide. It was everything, everything, then it was gone. From the heat of the noon to a shivering dawn. No warning, no logic, no middle ground breath, just a beautiful life followed by a sudden death. We were writing a book that we didn't get to finish, watching the light in the hallway diminish. It was a riot of color, then a ghost in the sun, love then nothing, and then we were done. Nothing, just a dial tone on the line. to be fine. First there was you, and then there was us. Now there's just nothing. I thought the stitches held when the surgeon closed the seam. I thought I'd woken up from that and every other dream. I put the photos in a box beneath the bed. I stopped repeating all the things you left unsaid. The scar is there, a thin white line across my chest. I thought I'd finally put the heartache to the test. Then a song comes on the radio, an old familiar tune, and I'm right back beneath the glow of that same silver moon. I see a name written on a street sign. It sounds a bit like yours, and the scab rips open. I'm falling through the doors. It isn't a dull ache, it isn't a faint pain. It's a fresh and vivid downpour of the acid rain. The bandages are useless, the healing was a lie. I never learned the proper way to say goodbye.
Doctor
sharpest knife, the memories blade.